Hey friends, how's it going? We're going to do something a little special today. There's a couple of things I've changed about my setup. The first of which is that I've realised that OBS can do capture from an iPad directly, so I've set that up as my capture device instead of using the kind of complicated setup of using VTube Studio to stream from the iPad to VTube Studio on my computer and then using NDI Stream to get the lovely transparent background with OBS. That makes my processor spin quite a lot. So what I'm doing instead is casting my screen. So I've actually got this lovely shade of turquoise as my background. And then I'm actually also keying it, but it's also the background color, so that little halo doesn't show up. I'm quite pleased with this. What it does mean is that if I were to sneak over here a bit, I can actually overlap. You can see I've got a little bit of that green halo, but it's okay. So, I'm going to work on my model. Oh, I should update my stream title as well. Let's see. Live 2D, Cubism. We'll save that. There we go. I always forget to set my title when I start a stream. So I was this morning on the YouTubes, and I found a clip from a girl called DM Girl, and her rig is amazing, absolutely fantastic. She's got these really realistic motions, and I was just blown away. She could like puff her cheeks out, she could like move her mouth around like left and right, like it looked incredible, and I was wondering how that worked, and I thought I can't possibly do that. This isn't possible with VTube Studio. Is it? Well, what I've done is I went through VTube Studio's parameters. These are the parameters that VTube Studio is using to rig my model. So we've got face position X, Y, and Z, which don't get used, at least by default. That's literally how far back and forward from the camera I am, how far left and right I am, how far up and down I am. It kind of keeps my model in the same place no matter how much I'm actually moving my head around. Face angle X, Y, and Z are left and right, up and down, and tilt. My tilt is pretty subtle right now. I've fiddled with the parameters a bit much, but yeah. We've got mouth smile. We've got mouth open. We've got brows. We've got tongue out, which I can't do because I've not set it up for anything. We've got eye left X and eye left Y, and eye right X and eye right Y. The default setup for VTube Studio is to use eye right Y to determine where the eyes are looking. So if I shut my left eye and look left and right, it should still work. If I shut my right eye and look left and right, oh well, you can't see that. Right. Also, it's right eye as I'm looking. Hello, seated presence. So actually, I can actually handle the eyes separately with two different parameters. That's interesting, because it means that the point at which I'm focusing is something I can manipulate. Although maybe with a different model than the one where my eyes are covered by my hair all the time. We've got cheek puff, which is one of the things that DM Girl, or Girl DM, whatever her name was, had demonstrated. It got a face angry. I tried doing an angry face, and I could not get the parameter to actually go from 0 to 1 unless I was absolutely gurning, so I'm not going to be using that. We've got brow left and brow right X and Y, so those are the independent eyebrow movements. That's set up. We've got a mouse position, which I'm not using. All of these voice volume and voice frequencies are PC and Mac only. And we've got mouth X, which is how far left and right the mouth is. So those are some pretty exciting parameters to play with. Now, of those, I think the ones that I want to play with right now are cheek puff and mouth X, because both of those should be fairly straightforward to implement. So, without much further ado, type thing. Without much further ado, I'm going to switch over to Live 2D Cubism, and we're going to fiddle around with mouth, because hey, why not? It's not what I meant to do. Why? There we go, there's my grabby hand. Let me see. I've got my mouth warp. That's already got these 2 parameters. I've got my inner mouth warp, which has also got these 2 parameters. So I'm a little bit constrained. The pro version lets you do 3-dimensional movement, but the free version only lets you do 2-dimensional movement. So I'm going to see if I can pull this off with the free version. So let's create ourselves a new mouth X warp. We'll pop it in as a child as a selected object for now. Let's select a slightly different object, which is the face warp. There we go, okay. Mouth X warp. I think this only needs to be a 2x2 Bezier, maybe a 2x3 Bezier, say a 2x2. I'm going to create that warp. Wonderful. Oops. Let's hold down Alt as well, so we can shrink it down to size. About here. I'm going to get that nose in as well, really. It's almost like a rotation warp, actually, isn't it? Kind of wonder. Well, let's work with this for now. Let's see what happens. So, I've assigned 30 parameters, and I need to delete a parameter. Oh no. Okay. Oh boy. What am I gonna? Brow left and right, angle and form. I've never used these parameters, so into the bin they go. You can see that I've never used them because there's no dots. There we go. I am pushing my luck with this model, clearly. After this, I have to start consolidating this, or giving them money, one of the two. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. New parameter. Alright, so this is going to be called mouth X. And let's have that range from -10 to 10. How about that? Actually, no. Yeah, 10 seems like a good number. Alright. We'll give it 3 points. And here's where the moment of truth comes in, right? Let's see how badly we can fuck this up. Now, of course, I'm doing this with the world of pure imagination, which is lovely in theory. Oh, that actually should be in the face rotation, maybe. There we go. And while it is lovely to exist in a world of pure imagination and theory, let's actually put that in there so we can visualize how it looks. It looks silly, so let's bring that in a bit. Alright, and then we're going to reflect that motion horizontally. It's pretty good. Alright, let's try that. A slightly different position. Oh wow. Yeah, we got some smirk here. Alright, the other thing that's going to need to track with this is the nose. Let's see what we've got on the nose. I think I've already got X and Y on the nose. Yeah. But I can actually put that in the mouth X warp as well, I think. I don't think that does any harm at all. Because it's just under face rotation anyway, right? So instead of being under face rotation, we'll pop it under mouth X warp. And now... that's pretty good. I've got a new problem, which is that, again, the interior of the mouth needs to maybe move a little bit more sassily with that. But hey, this looks good already. I've got one more parameter to play with, so let's go and add mouth puff as well. Cheek puff. And this is going to range from 0 to 1. And how are we going to do a puffy cheek? Okay, so hey, I've got my mouth form here. But what I don't have is any kind of cheek puff. You know what? Let's save. Let's take this moment to save. We're just going to go into Documents, Live 2D, which we do. You do not need to use Git for this. You can just save files under different names, but I'm a software developer, so I like to do it this way. There we go, we've got that mouth X parameter. Okay. Now, let's get that cheek puff going. Right, let's adjust this a little bit. No, okay. Let's just puff up the cheek. So if we've got a puffy cheek, let's see. Let's hide that hair, shall we, for a second? Where's my hair warp? Where the heck is my hair warp? Bangs, that's because I called it Bangs warp. No? Is that hair back? Oh, okay. Now let's just do it up here. Okay, there we are. We can hide our hair that way. Alright. So we've got this face puff. Pretty good. Okay, I think these actually need to come out as well. This may be where we actually have to go and edit our model a bit. Yeah. That's our cheek puff, alright. And then see, the problem is that this needs to kind of happen here as well. I feel like I'm running into the limits of what I understand how to do with this. Okay. Well, let's just do it. Just by hand. We've got this kind of... Actually, no. Actually, no. Because... if I've got cheek puff on... You can't puff your cheeks with your mouth open, can you? So, we don't need to synthesize that, so... Got cheek puff. I feel like there is some other animation I need to do here. I feel like I kind of want to make the mouth look a bit puffier, but I'm not sure if I want to go and add another warp for that just yet. So let's save that and synthesize that model. Yeah, okay. I'm kind of proud of my tracking so far. So yeah, let's go see how this looks. I'm hitting File, Export for Runtime, Export as Mach 3 file. Oh wow, this is taking a minute. I've also made a terrible mistake because, let me cancel that. I need to turn the hair back on. There we go. We don't want to be sitting here bold in the file. So let's try that again. Save. File. Oh, and this definitely doesn't go here. This goes into which v2? There we go. Why I changed that, but let's have a quick look at, yeah, that's odd, don't you think? Oh, it's still saving, there we go, that's why. Just named it Squid or everything, okay. Okay, so back to that saved file. What? Now I'm just getting into the depths of my files I'm tracking. Okay, let's try exporting that again. File, export for runtime. Which v2.mach3. That looks better, doesn't it? Hey? Right. Okay, cheek puff. Okay, so let's just save my build for the cheek puff. Right. Now on this occasion, I'm going to go to my iCloud drive because of how I've changed how I'm setting things up a bit. Right. So we'll just hold down Alt and hit Merge. And that should be my model nicely in the iCloud drive. Okay. Here's where we do some magic. This might look a little bit funky because I actually need to physically pick up the device and play with the settings now. Drat. Okay. I don't want to just sort of fire open the screen, so I'm just going to do some moving of things around a little bit off screen. Actually, why am I using my standby? I could be using this and then tied in the capture. There we go. All right, so let's go back to my iCloud drive into the folder called art ? Because I really do question whether it counts. So we'll copy that over to VTube Studio, Live 2D Models. Here you go, you can see what I'm doing now. Let's replace. This might take a second. Thank you for always joining my stream, by the way. I hope your day's going okay. Thursday is my day off, and the day started out pretty rough. We touched the ADHD, and yesterday I did not focus, and I just wound up feeling awful about it. Here we are. Okay, so I sat down and I started working on my rig, and you know what? I feel better. So there we go. So we'll reload her. All right. I really should draw some pants and put them on her. Hey. Haha. Oh no. Oh dear. That's not necessarily. Oh boy. That was not the movement I was intending to do. Oh no. Okay, that's way too. Okay. We can fix this. Okay, that does look okay though, actually, like that kind of 3D movement, but yeah, this is a little bit embarrassing. So let's go fix that instead. One moment. Right, so where was I? I was... Right, what we're going to do... Alright, what we're going to do is... it's the Mach 3 file, isn't it? So... Names only, name only. Which file did I change? Okay, so witchv2.cdi3, cmo3, no, Mach 3 and model 3. So let's just... Okay, so I've just reverted all of those changes that I just made, and I keep forgetting that I don't actually need to close this. I should keep it open. Let's go over to that art question mark directory. I'm just gonna merge that back in again. And then we'll fire up the iPad and copy it all over. This is a long and slow process. Okay. Art question mark. Sort by name. Thank you. Copy. Of 2D models. Paste. Replace. Okay. So I've embarrassed myself here. So let's go and have a look at our MouthX Warp. And let's go and have a look at our face warp. Yeah, that's that MouthX Warp also needs to incorporate all of that face movement. So Ah dear, okay. Sounds like... Okay, this is clearly not how we do things. Alright, let's reload my model with that really fucking mouth fixed. Okay, better. Much better. Let's fix my positioning a bit. Yeah, I need to see my underwear. Okay. That's... Right. It's because that X and Y's in there. Alright, well... I guess that goes back into the face rotation warp. Face rotation warp. Face rotation warp. Okay, now. If I can delete this warp. Oh, what is going on here? Just actually delete this parameter. Okay, you know what? I've just completely broken my model is what I've done. Alright. We're just going to go straight back to where we were at the start. No more face X parameter. Really, let's just... File. Okay. Well, I've learned something important, but... Okay, that looks more natural. She's moving her face normally now. Okay. Okay, we've learned a lot from our hubris today. So, let's get on with what we were doing before. So, as we know, there's like a load of parameters that I've not been using, so I can go find one of these that I've not been using and delete it. So... I think we decided that brow angle, because we've got brow left, right, we've got X, Y, we've got angle. Now, if we remember the... What just happened? Okay, I deleted some things instead, there we go. So if we remember the text edit file here, I've got brow left, X and Y. I don't think I've even got the brow form, like no wonder it doesn't show up in the stream. Because I don't actually have the brow form. Those are things that I'm manipulating manually, unless it's this browse parameter up here. But it's not something I can actually work with. Right, anyway, mouth X. New parameter. Save a little bit more frequently. checkpointing as much as possible. There we go. So let's see. We've got this face warp, which is moving our face position. We've got this mouth warp, which is also moving our mouth position. And we want to add this mouth X, and I see the problem here, okay. This may be where you have to actually pay for the damn thing. Alright, let's see. Where's my nose? I tried using a rotation warp instead. It's just moving positions. Sort of, no, it's not moving positions, is it? Okay. So, child of selected object 2x5 create. Yeah, that works. Give it those 3 positions. In the X direction, we're going to just kind of go up here. Let's get all those into there. Reflect that motion. Let's bring it down a little bit as well. Get that bit cheeky in a bit. And let's update that motion on the other side as well. There we go. Alright, here's where I really need to go fix it up. Let's have a look at our face position. Alright, that looks a lot better. And then let's also work on that mouth position. Actually, and then doing it this way also helps. Okay. Because actually, now I think about it, the teeth don't move, do they? It's really, the teeth aren't supposed to move at all. So this kind of sass should stay put. Okay. And then let's give our nose the same treatment. We'll give it a warp. Okay. Let's pull that out for a second. I really need to work out how to manipulate these things without messing it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a lot taller this way so that it encompasses the mouth. Control points and say that So that's like an extra parameter on that. So if we bring the face to neutral, and do you see what I've done? Do you what I see I've done, dear viewer? Maybe I can just hold down command and do that. Oh yeah, maybe I just hold down command, okay. Alright. Let's start that again. There's a lot of just doing that all over again in this process, so... like actually I want to sort of do this kind of thing. Actually, you know, maybe I don't want to do that kind of thing. Maybe I just want to actually move the whole thing. Whoop, no. What if I did use this as my node position? Come on. Deformer. There we go, thank you. It's not quite what we want. Okay, let's get that into that position. Nose. Deformer. There we go. Just tighten that so it doesn't show rotation. And actually that motion is a bit too dramatic, don't you think? So let's just scoot that in a bit. And reflect. Motion. Reflect horizontally. There we go. That's pretty good. Now this inner mouth warp. Feel like I kind of... Not this mouth, lower lip shadow. I feel like that lower lip shadow in particular has been cheated out of this, so... I'm going to give it a mouth X-Prem as well. And say that I'm just going to scoot you in a teeny bit. Reflect motion. Yeah, that's not quite what we wanted. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, and then face expressions. Let's have a look. So I've just seen another thing I need to do. It's presumably when I've got my face looking to the left like this, and I'm smirking like a motherfucker, then I also need to warp the face accordingly. So let's save at this point. Say I've got a kind of basic I've got my basic mouth X movement working pretty good. Here's where we start to take a risk. And say that when we're smirking, we're going to be... Oh, it's a two-dimensional problem. I need to have this parameterized by both X and mouth X, so that is a problem. Because of course when we're looking the other way, we also don't want to, we need to, yeah. We can pretend that it's not a problem for the moment and synthesize it and see how it looks. Let's do that. Because if it looks okay, like without doing anything else, that's fine. I can't get over that little blush. I smile. Yeah, right. Cool. All right. This iPad faffing time. That one. That one. Okay. I swear, I'm spending more time working on rigging my model than I would have expected. Like, let's get into VTubing. Let's just spend the whole time working on the model. I'm now a model VTuber rather than a VTuber. Where's my damn art directory gone? Okay, there we are. Copy. So you can sort of see what I'm up to. I'm going to this VTube Studio directory and Live 2D models and then just whack and paste. Click replace. This is where version control comes in really handy because using version control means that I do have the option to back it up as I just did without, you know, ruining my model forever. This is taking its time. It's probably uploading as much as it's downloading. Maybe I should just do copy and paste directly off the iPad. Hey, there we're done. Alright, okay. Are we ready? It's just gonna look completely stupid. I look normal. Okay, good. Now, of course, oh, you know what? I'll give you my full screen. I'll give you my full beautiful face. Here we go. So the other thing I need to do is I need to actually wire up that parameter. So let's see. Let's get myself into those settings all the way down to the bottom and say I want to do mouth X. Not .x, just X. There we go, done. And my input is mouth X. And my output is param mouth X. Okay. Ha! Oh no! Oh wow! Look at that! That looks amazing! Yes, 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 yes! Okay, Oh, I am very proud of that. That is that is subtle. It's subtle, but it's good. Okay. Now I've got that done. Let's see if I can't puff my cheeks out. Just put the iPad back where it lives on the little stand above my computer. Okay, yeah, let's zoom in a bit. That's some ara. Ara. Oh no. I have become the Mummy Dom VTuber. Oh. Okay, so yeah, cheek puff. The other thing I could work on is tongue out. But to do tongue out, I need to update my model, which I'm not going to do straight away. So let's see. Let's do cheek puff. First, let's save everything I've got. Oh, beautiful. Okay, I can see how you might want to manipulate the face warp with that as well, if you really wanted to get a good movement. I think what's holding me back is my art, really. There's other VTubers out there who have like really incredible art and then less good motion. I think I'm doing a pretty good job with my motion. I think I've learned how to do it pretty well. So if I can get my art to look a bit better, do some better boob shading, and maybe add some more fun physics, and just hey. Oh, I saw a debut on if you look on reddit.com/r/virtual YouTubers, there was a girl who did an introduction video today, and I thought I'd been excessive with the boob bounce, but she went ridiculous with the boob bounce. She was just, I'm a little bit of booby bouncy, right? Like, but she is extremely booby bouncy, like absolutely massive honkers and just going boingy, 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 boingy. I wasn't looking at her face. I was just like marveling at the animation. And it was a really simple up-down motion on the boobs as well. So I don't think it was anything kind of difficult with the warp, but I'm like, oh, that is an effect. You found it. Yeah, it's like a boing, boingy, boingy. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get some of these parameters set back to their defaults, and we'll have a look at doing that cheek puff, shall we? So I've got one more parameter. This is my last one. Param cheek puff, and I think this one runs from 0 to 1. I've only got, oh boy, yeah, I'm going to have to go find other things to delete or consolidate if I want to do tongue out. Maybe if I delete my squee face or the crying face or something like that. I've also realised that in my haste to save myself a wee bit of trouble, like my computer is no longer running all of its fans all of the time because I'm not running VTube Studio on the computer. It's a little bit harder to do expressions because I've not set up the hotkeys, and I think I need to set up some hotkeys for that so that I can do expressions. Oh dear. Right. Cheek puff, cheek puff, cheek puff. So, let's get 2 parameters. And then, oh yes, this is actually one that's got the mouth open because when you open your mouth, you want your chin to go down a bit as well. There we go. I'm not over this. All right. Yes. I could even go in and maybe fix my triangles up a bit because hey, you never have too many triangles. I wonder if I've just catastrophically broken the mouth open movement by doing that. Let's see. That's not too bad. Hey. Alright, so with that mouth wide open, I'm going to... Okay, cheek puff should be there, and then with the mouth shut. Cheek puff is going to be more like... I don't know, I'm going to go like... Bring it out a bit. Nice. Pardon me. So that's cheek puff. Let's just save that and export it. Oh, and you know what else I want to fix? I have a cute smile. I know this, but it could be cuter. So, so let's also just get that mouth warp going a little bit better. Where is my... Probably smiley, I think. Good. Smile a bit more wide, don't you? And then I think grumpy, I think it's just also needs to be just a little bit grumpier. Just this tiny extra hint of grump. And then lower lip, I can also go just this tiny extra hint of grump. Let's export that as well. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, yeah, I'm such a huge fan of this MouthX business. It's so expressive in a way which I had not anticipated. So we'll pop that into. Roll those together because they're the two things that I put in together. All right. You all ready? I wonder if I could do this with just my. Let me just. No, you know what? I'm just going to leave that be for a minute. This is something I'll do once I've got my big screen back up. But, there we go. There we go. VTube Studio, Live 2D models. Paste. Replace. The ARA levels could be through the roof at this point. I think also if I have cheek puff, I might switch on a bit of blush as well, just for that extra cuteness. Pardon me. It's not even 10 in the morning. I've been spending like the entire week feeling like I can't sit down and work, and then as soon as I'm doing this, it's like, oh, I'm focusing. Absolutely magical. There we go. Right. Let's see. When I get back to the art files, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to draw a tongue, and I am going to put on some hot pants, because this is getting a bit silly. At first I thought it'd be a funny bit to be like, oh hey look, you can see that I'm streaming in my pants. But it's getting embarrassing, even though it's a model. Alright, so let me see. We've got a cheek puff, which goes 0 to 1. And our output is cheek puff. There we go. Are you ready? Oh no! Oh no! I see what I've done. Okay. In my hubris, I have deleted the other parameter because I had just overwrote it. So I need to go back and put that back in again. So this parameter is MouthX. Select. That's better. Okay. So I'm gonna go fix one little thing, which is if I go back into my files, I go back into witchv2 here. Pardon me. This file right here, witchv2.vtube, is the file that the VTube Studio uses to keep track of these things. So I'm actually going to switch back over to not showing you my iPad screen for a second. I'm going to take that back over to my art directory / witchv2, and I'm going to paste that back in. I'm going to replace it. Excellent. Okay. Ha. Pardon me. There we go. All right. And then from there, okay, so we've got our art directory, witchv2. We've got Oh, I hate the way this doesn't automatically just tidy things up. There we go. Which v2.vtube.json. We'll pop that back into here. Oh, cancel. We need to merge that and replace. And we can see that file's changed. You can even have a look at the differences, and you can see that it's I've saved my model position X and Y a little bit better. So things got a different scale, but most of these changes are that mouth X and that cheek puff going in. And with those committed, now when I export my model again, all of those settings will stay as they are and should look pretty good for my motion. So, haha! Wow. I'm pretty cute, if I do say so myself. On VTube, if not in real life. Okay, I think that's a good place to end the stream for the moment. I'm going to go get myself a cup of tea. I'm going to go check Twitter, and I think I'll see if I can't find a cute clip from this stream and pop it on the Twitter as well. Thank you so much for joining me for this little bit of art manipulation. Oh hey, I forgot to check my new smile. That's better as a smile. Yeah. And the frown. Yeah, that looks better as well. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely day. It's quite early in the morning here,